Hey there, welcome and greetings. This is Coach Veronica Marie, and today I'm answering a question posed in one of my groups. And I'm paraphrasing the question because I don't remember the exact verbiage. And the question is, how do you live in peace when with the people you cohabitate with or the people you live with? And that's assuming that there's some type of different frequency between you and the other person or persons, or some conflict or of something like that, right? That's the idea. So that's what I'm going to explore and give you some strategy on how to do this in a long-term way. You can find me on my website if you're new at veronicamarie.com. You can sign up for one-on-one coaching. I offer fitness coaching, stretch, assisted stretch, virtual stretch, all of these good things, and emotional wellness coaching. And my specialty is shadow work and emotional wellness. Okay. And you can also find me on social media platforms, Veronica Marie. And of course, don't forget to subscribe and like this video. All right. So here's the nuts and bolts of it, because I believe in giving you practical strategy that works for longevity. Okay. When you are living with others who have different frequencies, these frequencies could be different spiritual beliefs, different beliefs about how life should be navigated and such. You could overlook it. You could apply some kind of positive thinking. You could engage the law of reflection, and those are certainly some ways that can help you. I believe those are coping mechanisms, and you certainly need coping mechanisms. So I'm not saying don't do that. But what I'm interested in is giving you something more transformative for a long-term feeling of harmony within yourself when you are around other individuals who don't align with the frequency you want to be on. Okay. So if you have followed me for any amount of time, you know that I'm interested in the real issues, the root of the issues, some people will call it. And so at the root, you have this need to practice radical acceptance, right? And so the question becomes, how does one practice radical acceptance? Well, number one, you practice it over a period of time, right? It's not something that you can pick up one time or try it one time and, oh, it works. It's something that has to be fortified within and become a natural way of being. Okay. So the first thing to realize is this is going to take practice. And more than likely, if you're living with a person with a frequency you're not vibing with, this is your opportunity to engage in a spiritual practice. Okay. And so when you practice radical acceptance, you have to look at your belief system. Okay. What do you believe about other people? What do you believe about yourself in terms of freedoms, liberty, expression, experiences, emoting, all of these things? What do you believe about it? Okay. And if you look closely, in situations where you're living with someone or working with someone who is just grinding your nerves, getting on your nerves, or they come in the room and your whole demeanor drops, or you have to struggle to maintain your vibration when they're around. If you look deep within yourself, you're going to find that you have some belief systems that are not serving you in this situation. When a belief system doesn't serve you, it creates a sense of uneasiness, restlessness, irritation, aggravation, and even resentment if you don't know that this is happening within you. If you don't know that this is happening with you and it's an internal sign that something needs to be reassessed, you're going to think it's the other person, and you're going to feel some sort of negative emotion toward them. It's going to make you project every time, most of the time, even when you don't want to. It's going to cause you to co-create dissonance and chaos and confusion, and start having to set all these firm boundaries and contraction, and all of these things. So if you look within yourself in an honest way, most likely you believe that the person or people should be doing something or shouldn't be doing something. They should act in a certain way or do a certain thing or say a certain thing or not say a certain thing. In your belief systems, you believe, let's be honest, that people should do what you think they should do. And let me give you an example. So let's say a person is wanting to be very confrontational and you don't want to be because you're having a good day. And here they come with the confrontation, and immediately you feel contraction. Why is that? Because you feel they shouldn't be doing that. And you would rather them be doing something else. And I'm talking like that on purpose, be doing. You would rather them be doing something else. You want them to be something else in that moment that is more pleasing to you. And this is where your discomfort comes in. You either don't know or have forgotten that your belief systems are for you. Your belief systems are for your navigation. Your belief systems are to help you identify and create situations that you desire. Your belief systems help you identify what we call your tribe. Your belief systems, they come and go, they change, and they should as you grow and evolve. Some things you believed when you were 15, you no longer believe when you're 30. These belief systems fluctuate, they are transient, but a lot of people heavily identify with their belief systems. And they believe that the world should acquiesce, give in, or align with their belief systems, but the world does not. And that is what you feel when you come into contact or relationship or connection with a person who is anti your frequency or running in another frequency, another thought pattern, and such. You believe they should be doing something else. And this creates your discomfort. Remember, I called this radical acceptance. Remember, I said this was something far deeper than positive thinking. It's far deeper than some of the other strategies we can hear. This is totally about a you thing, because your belief systems are the filter through which you see the world. If your belief system says something shouldn't be, when a person comes into your awareness doing the something, you act, oh no, they shouldn't be doing that. Oh my God, I wish they would just stop. Why can't they just see? I'm trying to get them to see. I'm trying to get them to understand. You start doing all of that tussling and toiling within yourself and ultimately with the other person. And the other person can feel that tension, even if you're not saying it, because some people decide that they're going to go passive or silent. I'm just not going to say anything because I don't want to, but they feel it. They feel the strength of your disapproval, right? Just like you feel the strength of theirs. These people are mirrors reflecting, right, a need to assess and reassess the basis of your thinking, emotions, and actions. Okay. Am I saying you need to accept everything that they do? No. But you do need to accept, number one, that your belief system in this area is not serving you. So, how do we evaluate a belief system? Well, we look at it through the lens of universal truth. What is universally true for everyone, not just for you, not just for you at this age, not just for you and your family, but universally, right? So, one of the things I look at when I'm doing this personal work is people, my dryer, people are free to be how they want to be, who they want to be, say what they want to be, say. Even if I don't like it, I don't want to make a problem of that, because making a problem of that means I'm going to move into powerlessness. And then I'm going to begin to try to struggle for power, either between me and the other or within myself. I'm going to be trying to, well, what's the higher road? I want to be the bigger person, more spiritual person. I'm just different. You begin to cling to some way of feeling stronger. But again, that's kind of on the surface. However, it is a coping mechanism and you can use it. So a belief system is not serving you if it doesn't align with universal truth. You just don't like what they're doing. But guess what? If you decrease the importance of what they're doing in your brain and the interpretation of what that means to you, you're going to shift how you think about it. You're going to shift how you feel about it. And they don't really have to change a thing. And I'm telling you what I know because I have experienced it. The act is not to detach from people or detach from your emotions or detach from expectations. No, you got a belief system that you need to reassess and tweak so that it fits more in alignment with universal truth. Now, does that mean you have to like what they're doing? No, you can acknowledge that you don't like it. However, not liking something doesn't mean it's a problem. Now, if you focus on, oh my God, I don't like that. Oh my God, I don't like that, then you're going to create a problem. That's the creation of a problem, and your problem will have babies. But what you can acknowledge is, I don't like how this feels because that's not the frequency I want to be in concerning this. However, it's the frequency they operate in, and it is okay for them, right? It's just not okay for me, yet I have to exist with them. So here's a question. How do I need to see this according to universal truth such that I begin to be at ease within? What about my belief system needs to shift such that I begin to experience greater ease between me and this person, radical acceptance, right? So right away, I can hear somebody fussing in the spirit. So you're just saying just accept anything? No, 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 no. You're not accepting bad behavior or hurtful behavior. We're talking about behavior that is aggravating to you and such because it doesn't align with what you think should be happening. Now, you can still think that should be happening, but make sure you're doing it. Your belief systems govern you, not other people. Now, you recognize that you and this person may not have the same belief systems. The question is, where can I create scenarios where I have more harmony so that I feel fuller when I come into this environment, such that I'm not so drained and I'm not so near E and I'm not so teeter-tottering on whatever negative vibe I have formed the habit of experiencing. You form the habit of negativity by what you believe, right? You believe this person is closed. You believe this person is judgmental. I think it's reflecting something about you because you are closed to their experience and also judgmental, right? And I ain't saying nothing is wrong with that, but the proof is in the pudding because it's serving you. Do you feel good? I've realized that I don't have to judge people to recognize it's just a different frequency. It's just a different frequency. You got to neutralize these polarized thoughts in your head. Oh, that's bad. That's aggravating. That's so aggy. That's annoying, right? You got some polarized thoughts. But if you bring your thoughts more into neutrality, which is saying this person is just being a being and it's a different frequency, and that is okay. Let me make sure I stay full so I don't move into being judgmental and move into being knocked off my pivot and moved into blaming and guilting others for not living by my belief system. Now, I realize this message is not for everybody because some people are not ready for this. This message is for people who like a depth of personal work. And it does come with practice. And you got to put yourself in the company of others who live this way. When you're around people who don't live this way, you're going to keep taking the old frequencies, the old belief systems and mindsets, and they're going to keep getting reactivated in you. So you're going to have to make sure you get around some people who live like this, who believe like this, and who are doing it successfully so that you can experience that frequency, begin to be stronger in your ability to exist in harmony with different kinds of beings, even when they're not in harmony with you. That is something beautiful. But if you're tossed to and fro on every energy, right? Or whenever they come and they just get under your skin, you got to look at those. What about this got under my skin? Because it's reflecting some fear I have, or some concern I have, or some unknown space within me. And let me tend to that. I'm not saying you got to make what they're doing right or wrong. I'm saying since you have to live with them, you might as well engage in the spiritual practice also. And I'm going to end here because I can go on and on this topic. Sometimes you have unrealistic expectations of people, again, because it's based upon your belief systems and how you see the world. Where they don't see the world the same way, they don't process it the same way, and it is okay. And seeing that you have to live with them, it's best for you to realize that your belief systems govern your assumptions. You assume that they really should be acting like you think they should, but they really shouldn't, because they're on their own life paths, right? And you are colliding or clashing, but you don't really have to. Radical acceptance, right? Your belief systems govern your assumptions and your expectations, and all of these generate thoughts. If you believe, oh, this shouldn't be, and you're projecting that onto someone else and trying to impose that on their reality, they're going to resist it, just like you resist when they do that. You're going to have to learn how to breathe and practice this, right? The appearance of the person doesn't mean you have to brace up and all of these things, but you may have had to do that in the past because you didn't realize you had other options. There's some other options, okay? And when your expectations shift, when your assumptions shift, ultimately because your belief systems shift, how you feel shifts and how you act shifts. And that is, in a nutshell, radical acceptance. There are beautiful books and literature um, written by sages and psychologists throughout the years about this topic. So I don't think this short video can cover all bases, but it is a general skeleton for how you can accomplish this. Now, if you need some one-on-one help in a coaching session, then you can reach out on my website, veronicamarie.com, and sign up for a one-on-one session. And that's all I got for today. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do. I continue to post more and more here as I see that you are interested, right? So, and share the video if you find it would be helpful for someone. And that's it for right now. I'll talk to you soon.